Okay, so I hear you ask, what is an ELIF statement? Well, this is an example of an if statement we made before. So it is an if statement, so either or, to paraphrase. You're either going to output this text if blue was entered into choice. If anything other than blue was saved into choice, it will output line 5. Simple if statement. But what if you want multiple choice? What if I want to put different things if different colors are entered in? So what you do is you use ELIF, multiple choice if statement. So okay, so what can we see here? So this is an ELIF statement. So it starts off exactly the same as the if statements that we are familiar with. So blue will output this. Red, so it's multiple choice, so now we've got extra options. So we've got red and green. So red will output this and green will output this. So be careful with your indentation. If this is like this, it won't be printed when blue is entered, so you must use that tab key to indent. Also remember to put the colons in. That's something I'm always forgetting. And always remember that when you're using an input statement, you're assigning a value to choice, so it's 1 equals, but here we are checking if blue has been assigned to choice. That's why we've got 2 equals. So what do we do with else? Else generally is a sort of a catch-all. If they don't enter the right value, if they enter something other than the ones we've defined here, then it will output this option. So let's run it and see. So if I enter green, it has output the correct. Now if I output yellow, it's output the else option. Okay, let's look at another example of a multiple choice if statement. So as usual, we've got a variable and an input statement inviting the user to choose between red or black. So here we've got an option where it checks if red has been entered, and here we've got an option that checks if black has been entered. And if they enter anything other than red or black, it will output this else statement. So if I run this and I enter something other than red or black, it runs this line of code. Now it's all very well saying you can only enter red or black, but how do we get back to asking this input question again? Well, you can use a very simple while loop, and we'll talk more about while loops later, but it's worth looking at here. So if I do while and then capital T true, this is what's known as a condition controlled loop, and we need to put all of this indented by 1. So notice how I highlighted it and then I tabbed it in. Now I've gone too far, now I've done 2, so if you do that you can grab the whole lot and just hold shift down and then tab, and it tabs backwards then. Okay, so all of this is now inside this while loop, and if I run it, do you choose the red or black door? Well, I'm not sure, let's spell it wrong. Okay, so it has said you can only enter the red or black door, so it's run the else option, and then it's gone back to the beginning, it's looped back, and it's asking me to do another input statement. So I'm going to enter red, and it has done that, but then it's asked the question again. So I need a way to break out of this while loop. So what you can do is you can literally write the word break, which is a command that will break it out of the while loop. So now if I run this, and if I enter something spelt wrong, for example, it says you can only enter red or black, and if I choose red this time, it has now run the appropriate print statement for red, and then it has broken out and it has run this line of code, this placeholder code we've got, just to illustrate that we're no longer in the while loop and the story is carrying on. Okay, pretty good. So the only other thing, notice that I'm using an escape character so that I can use speech marks in my print statement here. You should have a go and apply it yourself. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching to the end. I hope your text adventure story is coming along nicely. In future videos, we'll look at things like adding a variable for lives or coins or gold doubloons or something, and making greater use of while loops and for loops to, for example, if your character has to solve a riddle and you want them to add extra answers. So I hope you'll watch the other videos in this series as well.